You'll see the people of the state crossing path as I step outside. That's a demon that's tracing my steps, and this is a demon in a helicopter tracing my steps. Also aware of what I'm documenting on the phone. It's telling, the whole system is showing. You're looking at the ongoing consistent pattern. Not only is it occurring in the specific environment, which is pursuing and recognizing the state's pattern of keeping you under surveillance and employing demonic methods to do so, also engaging in what is crossing path with simultaneity to your operation of a communication device. They are happily going back to their country of origin. This is demonic pacing. Okay, creates a crossing path. So what you're going to pay attention to is where I'm at on this day at the same time in 2022, while the LAPD tells on itself the fact that it is engaged in state terrorism, because that's exactly what's underway at Walmart at 1534 Foothill Boulevard at the same time, where the sun is not what they are walking under, what that remains over me. That shows you how they are targeting you. Also the timing of the presence, which is with regard to everything as I do it, wherever it is that I do it. And this is occurring, as you saw this morning, this environment follows you, which is entirely demonic. This is not over the Glendale DMV. And the entity clearly maintained that. I'm showing you video and images on the freeway, which is not anywhere over the property. And I'm specifically facing the hillside from my living room window. None of that is coexisting. And you are showing your eagerness to be deported out of this country. This is impunity. And I'm going to be clear, demon possession has nothing to do with the language you speak. All right. What color you are, how old you are, what job you have. Clearly, you're seeing demons that are affiliated with law enforcement engaging in what is demonic. She drives this way, he walks that way, demonic pacing. All right. I captured a still image of what was. I'll just show you as I walk outside at 11:35. This demon is maintaining presence as she walks by. This is crossing path. And LAPD is immediately behind, as you see, crossing path and helicopter in relevant position to me. Doing so with regard to what is real-time knowledge of not only my physical movement, but operation of my communication device. The pacing conduct is back and forth. A demon is engaging in this while the light source remains over you. This is what a psychopath, which is a demon-possessed person, monitoring you and stalking you, meaning following you around, doing this all day. This is occurring amongst a population. And I pointed out to you, when you see them driving by repeatedly in traffic, those are demons that are pacing. You just saw him engage in what is demonic. It's terrorism in concert with LAPD. The third party that's on her phone, she's crossing path as I walk out. The light source is over me. She's group stalking, which is not the sun that's going to be over Walmart in Upland, California at the same time. That's the identification of your condition and your criminal conduct, and the entity provides evidence against you. You're going to federal prison for that. The whole property is going to be locked up. They're going to federal prison for this terrorism that's being facilitated by the people of the state. And you know that because if I go to an entirely distinct location, and on this day, I'm in 2022, I'm in an entirely different region, and the entity's maintaining a light source. That's how you're recognized. There's your system. The engineered light that those demons on Glenview are engaging in while they're driving by that DMV, there's your system. Okay, sunlight is never ricocheting off of cars. You're looking at what are absolute strangers in an entirely different region, nowhere near Upland, California. But you've got that, how are they all tethered together? Through the unnatural environment that surrounds me and the simultaneity. The demons seem to maintain presence and activity creation, and they're doing so in an unnatural environment. And they are always not engaging in what is a coincidence, engaging in a pattern, which links them also all together. Everything that I do, including as I happen to be documenting what is recognizing very weird patterns amongst people in a very weird environment, they're always engaging what is presence. And they do so in helicopters with the, again, that's the implosion of this whole system. You're talking about serving serious time in federal prison because your criminal co-conspirator is providing evidence of the fact that you are a terrorist, and that criminal conduct is directly attributable to you. They're group stalking together. You're going to spend time in federal prison for what LAPD cannot stop itself from doing, in the same way that these demons can't stop themselves. It's demon possession. All right, but I don't want to say demon possession as though it's a mental illness that they cannot know. It's not insanity that they don't know the right from wrong, that they're not able to differentiate what is acceptable or unacceptable. This is mental illness with regard to what is psychopathic, sociopathic, compulsion because of the demonic spirit on them, but they are fully engaged in what is malicious. The police departments are fully aware of what they should be and should not be doing. This is malice, where the government is monitoring you and making up information to convict you of crimes that you never committed, making up information about you with regard to your mental illness, when they are the ones suffering, that are monitoring you. They're the ones that are suffering from a mental illness, which is made manifest through their malicious and secret criminal system. They are the sex offenders, which is inherent to their criminal system. They are the psychopaths and obsessed stalkers, which is inherent, revealed through their criminal system. And LAPD just provided evidence against the entity, and it's also what I'm documenting at 11:35 on this day in Upland, California. The light source is in its zenith over my head in the same way that you see it here. This is impossible, okay? And where you're seeing the impossible, first of all, it's still here after after 4:12 p.m. That's what Heather Till told you through her audible activity. She's going to federal prison. All right, and engaging in what is obstruction of justice, harassing, asking questions while you're in real time terrorizing me and then asking me questions, failing to defame. You cannot defame myself, which is an attorney. I'm criminalizing your psychotic activity, your psychotic behavior. All right, and maliciously so. You fail to recognize you don't have any legitimacy, you don't have any authority. You are literally the government that is caught on the wrong side of the law, nor are you above the law. And literally, while the entity is still here stalking, flying over this apartment building, as you saw, 4:12 p.m., this is where the light source remains. 4:12 p.m., where is it? It's right here at 4:12, and you see that same police department stalking in the path, flying over while I am making a salient point regarding what is freedom of speech. Okay, and with regard to the pattern of conduct right now, now that's one angle of the analysis. It's still here at the end of the day. It's still in alignment to my bedroom, and my bedroom is on the same property, the same address. At no time when you're looking at the sun that's over a Walmart in Upland, California, there's no provision for the sun to ever be over that Walmart. And it's not just over the Walmart, it's over my head at that Walmart. And this is what I continuously document as I walk about on the property. It's directly over my head, and I'm capturing what is group stalking by the people of the state, all of them surrounding, monitoring together, and they're doing so while the entity is maintaining an ongoing system that is underway, and it is occurring at your neighborhood Walmart. And that's what I mean. This is where the light source is. This is where the entity is group stalking, and this is pursuant to a well-documented pattern of conduct. I want to show you what I captured on video while the entity flies over my head at 11:36 in the morning, and you see LAPD right here, group stalking, crossing path, and the light source is over my head. This is the terrorism that I'm subject to at what is Walmart, a third-party group stalker, heavily documented, engaged in state terrorism with the Ontario Police Department, and doing so with the Upland Police Department, because Upland Police are the group stalkers stalking in helicopters at the Upland Walmart, and the Ontario Police are the demon-possessed group stalkers that are monitoring with the people of the state at the neighborhood Walmart, both venues where I'm subject to terrorism by helicopter. This is already on the record. So I want you, sorry, let me open up the camera again. So the entity is engaging in what is this, and I want you to look at the light source, because this is where I'm at 11:36. I'm in Upland, and the entity flies directly over my head.
There's the entity stop.
Hold on.
That's how they're acting. The entity engaging in.
Sorry.
There's the entity stalking under the fake sun, flying right over me. This is Walmart. This is the prosecution. There's the entity stalking under the fake sun, flying right over me. This is Walmart. This is the prosecution of the people of the state. That's Walmart engaging in the pattern of conduct, state surveillance. And that's what they were doing, flying over that McDonald's. There's the entity stalking under the fake sun, flying right over me. This is Walmart. This is the prosecution of the people of the state. That's Walmart engaging in the pattern of conduct, state surveillance. And that's there's the entity stalking under the fake sun, flying right over me. This is Walmart. This is the prosecution of the people of the state. That's Walmart engaging in the pattern of conduct, state surveillance. And that's what they were doing, flying over that McDonald's over there as well.
What you're also going to pay attention to is as I move away from the logo, from the entrance, that light source remains in its zenith over my head. That's what I'm capturing. 11:35 when I'm standing right at the entrance. It's right there at the entrance over my head. And as I move into the parking lot, this is where the light source. So 11:35, look at the seconds. 11:35 and 19 seconds. 11:35 and 21. I'm capturing while I walk deeper into the parking lot. The light source moves as I move. All right, and this is the address. It is 1540 Foothill Boulevard. I'm going to prosecute Walmart. I'm going to drain the pockets. It's the same thing. Your neighborhood Starbucks, they're monitoring you. And I've documented Starbucks heavily. It's not just the one on Holt and San Antonio. I documented the Starbucks. You can go to any Starbucks. They're group stalking. It's not the sun that's over you at Starbucks. This is the pattern of conduct in the state of California. And it is prefaced with what is in a natural environment, and then the demonic behavior of those that are in that environment, seeking to keep you under surveillance, and it's through an entirely demonic system. So I want to speak to where I am at 11:35 and 33. So 11:35, and then I go into video. So less than 30 seconds later, I'm into the depths of the parking lot, moving away from the entrance of the Walmart, and that light source moves as I move.
There's the entity stalking under the fake sun, flying right over me. This is Walmart. This is the prosecution of the people.
So you can see it's right over my head while I'm standing in front of the Walmart. This is just getting into the incremental analysis of what is literally a light source that moves over me, remains over me, moves as I move, in other words. In the video, you're seeing the light source is not over this entrance. As I'm captured away from the building, the light source moves, meaning it stays directly over the top of my head as wherever it is that I walk. This is what I've captured on Omnitrans. When I'm on the bus, street for street, turn for turn, no matter what time of day I get on that bus, that light source remains over me, no matter what direction I'm going and no matter what time of day. Okay, that is not the natural environment. It is prefacing what is indeed, again, the state system. And that's what I mean by the distinct methods of stalking, which you're recognizing through the demonic environment. And then you are then witnessing what is the lawlessness that a government is practicing when they have gone through desperate attempts to obstruct justice and failing in every regard at trying to criminally defame. Because the entity's pattern of conduct is to obstruct justice, that is what is supporting what I advocate. You don't go to federal prison for a little bit of time. This is no 6 months time in federal. You're going to federal prison for years. You're going away for years. And that is based on the government's criminal system, the fact that they're terrorizing you. And then they seek to silence you, if not including taking your life, tormenting one to the point that they take their own life, question their own sanity, take your reputation, falsely depict you. This is what a government is exacting against a defenseless, innocent American citizen. There is nothing that you can do that will justify the government's stalking. In America, we're in America, okay? There's a constitution, okay? They're all outside of the bounds of law. And then when they are exposed, and I'm talking to the federal government, I'm talking to the federal judge, I'm speaking with regard to legal analysis. When you are sitting, you're going to be the one making a decision based on the evidence, and what does the evidence suggest is necessary as a matter of justice. The lawlessness, the impunity, the ongoing malice, the identity of the actor, the government itself, and the people of the state are the government in this system. Okay? They are in the shoes of the government. They speak in concert with the state on behalf of the state. They threaten, they kidnap together with the state. They get in these courthouses, which are facilitating venues. This is how I'm able to capture a so-called sun over the Rancho Cucamonga Superior Court. No, that's the light source. Sunlight's not moving across that courthouse building. That's engineered light, just like you saw at the Glendale DMV this morning. That's the system. They're sitting on benches. They're practicing law with the public defender's office, the district attorney's office. The people of the state come in the courtroom bearing false witness, all right, falsely depicting the target individual. This is the system that's against an innocent American citizen, and it justifies disbanding terrorists that are part of law enforcement agencies. It justifies publishing as group stalkers, which shall be recognized as terrorism in the United States of America, which is intolerable, not going to be tolerable. This is about not only serving justice, not only seeking to restore that targeted individual, but also sending a message, not just in this country, but abroad. Sending a message, literally, a very clear message. And all of the above that I've referenced with regard to the chief of police of whatever terrorist organization calling itself hiding amongst the title of a law enforcement agency, it's a terrorist organization. And that's a reality. I'm not being hyperbolic or calling names. I'm showing you the criminal conduct, the system that's underway, and the ongoing criminal mindset, the psychotic and disturbed mindset that is necessarily behind what I continuously capture while they have real-time knowledge of it. Okay? So it is currently, again, 11:49 a.m. This is the light source. That's the ongoing conduct of a government that is doing so in your ordinary neighborhood. There's nothing ordinary about it. This is no residential private residential neighborhood. State surveillance is underway by a government, and it does it through the people. This is the same thing that's happening at your neighborhood Walmart, the same thing that's happening at your neighborhood Starbucks, the same thing that's happening at your California DMV, on the freeways, wherever it is that you live. In the local market, in the grocery store. You can't go to the shopping mall. It's a state system. All right? And it is terrorism. It's currently 11:49 a.m. and this is P.O.C.